What's up, everybody? Thanks for checking out this video today. I'm going to be going over a match between Matt Ramos of Purdue and Drake Ayala of Iowa. When I first saw this match, I thought it was a complete masterclass by Matt Ramos on how to manage a really close match in a super tough environment. The match takes place in Carver Hawkeye Arena, which is the most challenging arena on the planet to compete in if you're not an Iowa wrestler. Matt Ramos did some tactical things that made it extremely difficult for Ayala to fight his way back into the match. Now, as I'm filming this, it is after the Big Ten tournament. So Matt Ramos has lost to Drake Ayala since this match, and Matt Ramos actually took fourth at the Big Ten. I am still going to pick Matt Ramos as the NCAA champion this year. He was ranked #1 going into the Big Tens. I think he had a bad day at the office, and I still think that he's the guy that's going to come out on top at the end of this season. It has been a crazy season, maybe the craziest season at any weight class ever at 125. So I think Ramos taking fourth at Big Tens doesn't necessarily mean that he's not the guy at this weight class. He's my pick to win 125 pounds at the NCAA tournament this year. If you want my other 9 picks, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications, so you can see my next video where I'll break down my picks for the 2024 NCAA tournament. All right, let's get into this match. Ramos is constantly dropping to a knee, trying to get to a shot, and pushing Ayala backwards. He's already setting the tone that he is controlling the center of the mat. He lets the referee know it, and the referee actually hits Ayala for stalling in the first 15 seconds of this match. Now they come out, both guys are hand fighting hard, but Ramos is clearly winning the center and winning the inside ties. Ramos again starts working Ayala to the outside and taking some nice shots. And Ayala knows if he goes out of bounds again, he could get hit for stalling again. So he is circling hard to stay in bounds. So Ramos has Ayala the whole first period basically working the line and fighting just to stay in. This is really smart tactic. And again, Ramos completely controlling the inside ties. Ayala doesn't really have a lot of room to work. We go to the second period. Ramos picks bottom, is up and out right away, so he's got the first point on the board. Ramos, again, he's digging underhooks. He's controlling this. He's totally controlling the center of the mat, which is super hard to do against, a team as well known as Iowa, a guy like Drake Ayala. I didn't mention earlier, these guys are ranked #1 and #2 in the country right now. And they very well could meet in the finals next week. The brackets haven't come out. I don't know what their seeds are going to look like. If they're not on the same side of the bracket, this could totally be a final. And Ayala gets to his 2-on-1. It's the first time Ayala's actually been able to control a tie in the entire match. And a lot of heavy hand fighting, pushing and pulling. These guys are staying right in the center now. A nice snap from Ayala. Ayala loves dropping to that right knee and trying to take ground. Ramos goes to his front headlock, and Ayala's able to circle right out. And the score is still 1-0 Matt Ramos. They've been hand fighting hard most of the match, and they lock horns, and there's not much going on. Ayala snaps, and Ramos takes a shot and blasts through Ayala to get the first takedown of the match to go up 4-0 with 13 seconds left. Scoring at the end of the period is so important because it gives you an opportunity to get a ride out, and that guy's not able to build up in time and get an escape. This is brilliant tactics here from Ramos, trying to find a way to score at the end of the period. Ayala's got to take bottom now. So now he puts Ayala in a really tricky position where there's only 2 minutes left in the match. He's got to score an escape, then he's got to score a takedown and a ride out, or he's got to cut Ramos and get 2 takedowns. Now this is in Carver Hawkeye Arena, where Hawkeyes are known to outlast their opponents by a large margin. So Ramos is looking at a really dangerous spot here. And Ayala's going to be coming for him, and now Ramos is, for the first time in the match, kind of taking a back seat and letting Ayala control the ties, and Ramos is just trying to manage his lead at this point. Ayala's in on a high crotch, brings it up to a single leg, and Ramos is defending and almost gives up the takedown, but somehow defends into a whizzer, but Ayala still has the leg in the air. And Ramos is still defending, trying to control that head and wrist. This is unbelievable defense here, and tenacity from Ayala. Defense from Ramos, tenacity from Ayala. They go to the edge, they go out of bounds, the ref calls action, no stalling. Ramos was in there wrestling. It's hard to call stalling in that situation when there's so much wrestling that's been going on. And now he's pushing Ramos towards the edge, but Ramos circles back to the center. And you're going to see him continue to circle back towards the center. He circles his butt towards the center. That is brilliant wrestling and a super smart way to manage this type of match without getting hit for stalling, without getting yourself in trouble. Every time Ayala starts taking ground, Ramos is going to circle his butt to the center. Every single time Ayala starts taking ground, Ramos just circles his butt back towards the center. So he can't get him to the edge. And he gets a nice snap down and almost works his way behind, but isn't able to. The ref blows the whistle, and that's the match. Brilliant wrestling from Matt Ramos. The way he manages the end of that match is a thing of beauty. And I know it looks really simple, or it doesn't look like there's much going on. Matt Ramos absolutely put on a masterclass in how to win a close one. A one takedown match, which is you don't give up ground, you circle your butt towards the center, you don't let them push you out of bounds, and you continue to try to stay offensive and wrestle in the positions that you're in. Ayala got to his leg. He didn't bail. He continued to defend and fight, and they worked their way out of bounds. He got into a front headlock. He fought for the hand, circled his way back up, stayed in the center of the mat. He found his opening to get his takedown. He controlled the ties until he got his takedown. It was just a brilliant match by Matt Ramos. And the early stalling call in the first period, I felt like setting that tone that coaches tell us about all the time is that you want to set the tone in the match. He took 3-4 half shots, pushed Ayala straight back out of the bounds, and got a stalling call early on to let Ayala know that, hey, I'm going to control this match. Matt Ramos just did a great job. Watching this match gives me more confidence that Matt Ramos is going to be the guy at the top of the podium. I really hope he is. A week and a half from now. Ayala is a tremendous competitor as well. Either of these guys could definitely be the NCAA champion this year, along with a handful of other guys. Again, if you want to see my picks for the other weight classes, please check out my next upload by subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell for notifications. If you enjoyed the video today, please go ahead and click the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.